The worst thing about being naked and then being hit by a car is that road rash is a problem for skin. Why was I naked in the middle of the road at noon? Well, I'm glad you asked, imaginary other half of this conversation. I have no idea. Around the world, people struggle daily to cope with mental illness. Mental illness is caused by a chemical imbalance in the brain that can make it very difficult for one to function and relate to others. Bipolar disorder is a specific illness that is characterized by extreme emotional highs and lows. In this selection, we take a look at just how much it can affect one man's happiness and Neil Hilborn's The Future. I don't need a better day, I need to feel better this one. As much wind as possible, and back, but not for good. Some characteristics of bipolar disorder can include dissociation, hallucinations, and vague states. So, some days I wake up in places that I didn't go to sleep. There I was, nude, and I'm splayed out on the hood of a car like a slutty chicken, and I'm screaming about the government conspiracy to take away my feet. Not my real feet, just my brain feet. I'm about 6 inches away from the concrete when I realize in slow motion, this is not how I thought my life would turn out. When I was little, I broke both my ankles jumping off of a roof because I was sure that a cape would enable me to fly. My parents attributed this to my strong imagination. Last year, my therapist called it a delusion. And I failed to see the difference, and also I really can fly and see the future and make stupid people leave coffee shops with my mind. 43% of the time. The point is, here is a list of things that my brain has told me to do. Join a cult, start a cult, become a cabinet maker, kill myself. Break into and then paint other people's houses, make out with literally everyone who reminds me of my mother, and fight animals who are much fightier than me, like bears. So, in essence, kill myself. I think a lot about killing myself. Not like a point on a map, but rather a glowing exit sign at a show that has never been quite bad enough for me to leave. There's some truth to what Hugh once said about how a lot of the time I don't actually want to die. I'm just embarrassed. And that makes me long for death. Not death, just not being here. So, yes, when tasked with admitting something is wrong, I do genuinely consider how much it is going to affect the already precarious life that I've built myself. One slight push from the embarrassment might be enough to tip over this wheezing, expensive machine. If all my things are going to be scattered across the street, why not leave before I see them through? I know I do, that I feel this way now, and I will not feel this way soon. I know the aphorisms, even if I hate them, are right. This too shall pass, blah blah darkest, blah blah dawn. You see, when I'm up I don't kill myself because holy shit, there's just so much left to do, and when I'm down, I don't kill myself because the sadness would be over. And the sadness is the old paint under the new, the sadness is the house fire or the broken shoulder. Without it, I'd still be me, but I'd be so boring. And they keep telling me that seeing things that aren't technically there is called disturbed cognitive functioning. I call it having a superpower. One time, I jumped out of my old Jeep on the freeway because I saw it burst into flames 20 seconds before it actually burst into flames. Turns out, spontaneous human combustion is real. Somebody better grab a camera because I'm literally gonna burst into flames. I knew my girlfriend and I would be together because she turned bright pink the first time she saw me. I know tomorrow is going to come because I've seen it. The sun is going to rise. All you have to do is wake up. The future has been at war, but it's coming home soon. The future is a map and treasure. The future looks just like a child in a cape. The future is just like gravity. Everyone's slowly drifting towards everyone else. We're all going to be a part of each other one day. The future is a blue sky and a full tank of gas. I saw the future. I did, but because of the chemical imbalance, I don't really experience joy. There's no bright morning and a bright summer. I'm always back, but not for good. The way cotton candy falls to its knees at the suggestion of rain is the one thing I found to describe what it feels like remembering having just been happy. And all the things that make you less alive. I know it's rude to leave your messes for someone else, but consider also that I am a mess. And I make people deal with me pretty constantly. Consider that most every day is me crying alone in a car, in a bedroom, over nothing. And consider that this is supposed to get better as I get older, but it's getting worse. No one warned me that I would just get more anxious. Consider the future and how I've seen it. And how maybe it's not worth seeing.